So you're probably wondering what these are. These are the Goggles N3 from DJI, and they are the most inexpensive DJI digital goggles on the market today. Let's get started. Alrighty, so ever since DJI, fuck me. All right, so these are the Goggles N3. I've only had them for roughly about 2 weeks, and right now I've only used them with the DJI Neo. But essentially, this is going to be much more of a budget pair of digital goggles from DJI. I would probably closely compare these to a set of box goggles. And if you're unfamiliar with what a box goggle is, essentially on the inside of here, it's all one screen, as opposed to the Goggles 3 or the Goggles 2 that have individualized screens. This has one LCD screen spanning the entire width of the goggles. Now they are separated by 2 individual eye openings, but if you look inside, it is one screen. Now that screen is a 1080p 60 Hertz refresh display, so not quite as high as some of the other displays. I think like most of the other displays are like 120 Hertz refresh. But in my overall testing, I still find that these to be very acceptable and most of the motion blur to be cut down to a minimum. So it's still a very relatively compelling goggle for somebody that's looking to get into digital FPV. Size-wise, they are actually pretty small for what I would consider to be a box goggle. You still get a micro SD card slot, you get a USB port so you can connect and stream with wired connectivity from the goggles to a phone. You get antennas, OcuSync 4, control inputs. I mean, overall, it's a really nice set of goggles. It also has that integrated battery that was first introduced on the Goggles 3. And honestly, I really do feel like this works well. It also has a 2.7 hour runtime. So if you're somebody that's gonna be flying, you'll be happy to know that these will last you about 2.5 hours or so. So yeah, overall, I mean, I'm pretty happy with these. I mean, they still have head tracking, they have AR capabilities, and they also have a defogger. So if you were concerned about like being out here in Florida, it's very humid, there's a defog feature where you can actually turn on a fan, which is pretty impressive. I think the most impressive thing about these goggles is going to be the price point. It is $229 or $279. Let me find out. I'm gonna take a look. I wanna say $279. Okay, holy shit, they're $229. These goggles are $229, which is a pretty attractive price point for somebody that's looking to get their first set of digital goggles. For some reason, when I first got these in my hand, I thought they would be $299, maybe even $349. I felt like that would have even been a super compelling price. $229 in the US. That is freaking impressive. So I guess right now what I'll do is I'm gonna fire up the DJI Neo, take it for a test flight, and I'll just talk a little bit about the experience. Oh, and if I didn't make mention of this already, this does not have adjustable diopters. You can't adjust your IP, fuck me. All right, and I did wanna make mention of this. While you don't have IPD adjustments or focus adjustments on these goggles like you do on the Goggles 3 or the Goggles 2, you can go ahead and wear your prescription glasses with these goggles. They do have enough space to fit and accommodate most prescription lenses. They're also fairly comfortable. And I really don't have very many light leaks on these either. That's a nice thing. All right, let's go ahead and fly one. Okay, I'm recording. Woo. All right, it's taking me a little bit of time to get used to the focus. I haven't flown box goggles in a long time. So I'm having to really look forward. I've been spoiled by, maybe I need glasses. I've been spoiled by adjustments. Oh wow, they cut that tree down. Color and refresh seems to be pretty good. I'm flying at 1080p 60 with the Neo because I feel like at 30 it's a little bit too choppy. Resolution is pretty good. Honestly, I think 1080p is plenty. LCD screens don't really bother me either. So let's go back under there, because I feel like the best way to test these is under here, where you really need that dynamic range to see tree branches. See, and there's a lot of moss under here, and I'm having no problem seeing any of that with the goggles. Watching my signal, I'm behind myself now a fair bit, and signal's good. So OcuSync 4, these goggles are working great. I mean, you're really not gonna miss much from the Goggles 3, other than maybe the compactness and the size. Maybe that's gonna be the biggest thing many people will likely miss. I know that these are a little bit bigger in my bag, but beyond that, I mean, these are so good for $229. I really can't stress that enough. Price-wise, you're just not going to find anything better. Whoa, 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 no, no. Oh, almost lost it. Wow. Almost got caught up in that moss. Woo, that was close. I don't know how the Neo got out of that. Chop it up to prop guards. We've had a lot of rain, and now this lake is completely full. I don't know if you remember, I've done a lot of testing videos out here, and this has been pretty dry for a while. Now it's beautiful, it's all full. Yeah, so I feeling a little more comfortable with these. These really remind me of the first DJI digital goggles, I think. As far as the fit, feel, the way the screens look. Color looks to be pretty accurate. I can make out all my telemetry. That's a big thing for me. I gotta tell you, on the Goggles 3 and the Goggles 2, I never felt like I could really see my telemetry all that clear. So I feel like I'm able to see my battery voltage and not, it doesn't look like it's tearing or tearing. Is that the word, tearing? Anyways, everything seems to be in focus. So that's my big concern overall. All right, let me go ahead and bring this in. Is that an owl? Oh, that's a squirrel. All right, let's bring this in. I know the Neo's camera is not the best, but I still have to say it's still pretty fun. Putting it in 1080p 60 makes this way more enjoyable to fly. All right, so what are my thoughts, my final thoughts on the Goggles N3? I think if you just picked up a DJI Neo, this makes a lot of sense. Obviously, if you already bought a DJI Avata 2 or anything else, you probably already have a set of Goggles 3, and these may not be a good idea to purchase. Not only that, as of right now, I don't see any compatibility with the Avata 2 or anything else at the immediate moment. DJI is always a little bit slower to push out that compatibility, so I'm sure as time goes, we'll see this compatible with more things. If you're in this digital world, these are going to be a great option to be able to break into FPV eventually. I think that you'll find a lot of use for these. But anyways, I hope this video was useful. I hope you enjoyed my first impression of the Goggles N3. Honestly, there's really not a lot negative to say. $229. Think about everything you can spend that's $229. Or think how fast you can spend $229. That's like going out to eat twice in 2 weeks or just for a weekend. That's like, I don't know, 16 packs of cigarettes. Who the freak smokes 16 packs of cigarettes? That's like, I don't know, 5 bags of gummies in Vegas. That's like, there's a lot of things. I can make a lot of comparisons. The point is, $229, that's a freaking steal. Good job, DJI.
They checking for me, know what checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message on me, you know, flexing on me. My attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me. My successes only made them envious. They got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I want the money, the power.